Morning guys, the P47 from TopRC, the building is starting, and I always start with the wings. And the first thing I actually did is look around, and here's the control horns. They're coming up with the kit, and I kind of like to match them into what we do on the airplane. So you can see I started painting yesterday, and then few of them white, few of them gray, few of them black, and basically they will go and match the flaps, the ailerons, the rudder, elevator, and so on. And then another thing that I always do before I can start and do them, if you can see, this is how the kit is come for all the hinges and the control horns. And then basically very nice and slowly I'm using my Dremel tool with this really nice part over here and make the length so I know that I'm not going to cut through the control horns. And then basically I make sure that I can match them and they slide in the way they should be before I glue them. And then here you go, you can see the same thing I had to do for the flaps. So it kind of looks really nice for now. And then you can see I glued the hinges for the ailerons, for the elevator and the rudder, let them dry overnight. And then basically we'll glue them over here and let them see exactly what they need to see. So let me start gluing stuff, and I'll make another video and show you how it goes. Adios. So as you can see, I'm going to start and gluing all the hinges and all the control horn, and I'm mixing the white epoxy and then kind of adding a little paint. So it's going to be kind of matching where it's going to be glued at. And you can see over here, the parts already all sanded, all cleaned. And then all the places that I'm going to go and glue them, I put a little tape so won't make a mess on the other part, and going to be a nice straight lines when everything is slide in. So it's going to be up in a couple minutes and show you how it looks. So as you can see, I start gluing it, and here is how it goes in there. And then basically we go over here and I'll let it sit for a couple minutes before I do anything, and then straighten it up, clean it up, and take the tape off. And then I'll show you pictures how it's all done. So here you go guys, one wing, flaps, hinges, control horns, they're all glued. And you can see like matching up the paint, it's just a little bit of alcohol over there, it's drying. Just clean it all really nice. Now it's gotta dry for a few good hours, and then will be another wing. Take care, I really like this airplane. Morning guys. The continuous working on the TopRC P47, start working on the elevators. So this is how it come to us. You know, there's after I glue the control horns, gotta go install the servo, make the hole, and then basically here's the parts we're using. It's the servo, which is gonna go around the airplane, control horns, rods, all that stuff. And then after working for a while, so here's servo is installed, cut is open, the rod is done, and you're working great. More to come. So I start working on the wings, and you see like after the last job on it, basically, you know, the flaps are glued and the aileron are glued. And then you can see when they come out from the factory, the servo plates are already mounted. And the only thing we got to do is basically mount the servos with the metal L brackets, and we're using again the same servos all over the airplane. And then run the push rods and make sure it works. So after a couple of hours of labor, here's one wing, they're done, and you can see the flaps are working, and the aileron are mounted. And the next thing will be start working on landing gear doors and install the landing gear. I actually glued one of the landing gear doors already, let it dry, put a little bit of bolts to make it nice. And all the extension will go from the same area over here and then we'll see how it all goes. Take care.